Hello. 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 How are we doing? Apparently, some adverts are still going on. Ad 1 of 10. No. What? That's mad. Okay, Twitch is being dumb, being Twitch. Pre-roll ads have started actually later than they should have. Oh, Twitch, why did you have to be so dumb? Honestly. Right. Anyway, we are here today with Transport Fever 2. It's been a while since we've done this. We're continuing the save. We're colonising the United States. Bit of Canada as well. And one town in Mexico. We're going to come in like ice and kick out all the Republicans. Oh, wouldn't that be a dream, eh? Problem is, they'll infect the rest of the world, so perhaps no, we'll keep them over in America. Speaking of, it's kind of, just before this, freaking read something on Reddit. Apparently now the Americans are putting together a thing because they think they have to come over and save Britain. No, fuck off. Yanks, fuck off. No, your right-wing fascist views are not welcome here. Problem is, I wish more of my countrymen felt the bloody same. Anyway, right. So, it's been 2 months since we actually played this last. We got planes. Anyway, I remember that. I remember we got planes. New Jersey to somewhere over here. Here, Sudbury. That's right. Moving some people over. Pride Pixel. Who've we got? Pride and Pixels. Sup, freak? Had to watch 10 ads. I don't understand. That is bloody ridiculous. Hello, Ash. How are you? Hope you're well. How's the fella? Hope he's doing well. 10 ads as a that Twitch. What are you playing at? You have the flu. Well, that sucks. I hope you're wrapped up nicely in bed. And Finn's still gay, sadly. I mean, for your benefit, is that sadly though? I mean, you get to enjoy the benefit of him being gay. So I would think for you that's a good thing. Maybe. Perhaps you can answer this. But yeah, so I hope you're wrapped up well, looking after yourself. How you doing, freak? Hope you've had a good day. I hope you're not getting interrupted by work. I've got to come up with a game plan for what we're going to do. To be fair, it would kind of make sense. We use this airport and we connect it over to somewhere like here, maybe. We'll see. Having a sweat currently. Twitch is trying to push ads for Twitch so badly. Doing Amazon, Netflix. Here's a service been giving you. Oh, by the way, if you want to keep this service, you have to pay us more. Fucking hate capitalism. Fucking loss leader bollocks. All that needs to stop. Halfway through timelines. Excellent. After we discuss some of the X4 weapons having an invisible clip, I found combat easier to manage. Yeah, once you've kind of worked out. Yeah, but it is something that's not obvious. Now to figure out how to manually dock, I'm going to assume. Are you on the timeline mission with the mining? or the one where you're going between two stations. You've got to save some people from one station and stick them over to another station. If I remember correctly, they don't have the docking computers installed. That's why they're so annoying. YouTube is the same. When they're going to realise both of these sites started as free, no one's going to pay for them. They're that big, they think they can get away with it. Unfortunately, in YouTube's case, they're probably right. I can see Twitch fading, because Amazon don't really care about Twitch. But YouTube, no. I don't. I think there's no relevant competitor. It's not going to happen. So what game is this? This game is called Transport Fever 2. We basically manage a transport company. And we move people and goods around. And we get paid to do so. And then we use that money to get more stuff. And keep going until we're basically at a point where money becomes meaningless. If only it was that easy in real life. It's a human trafficking simulator. Yeah, but they also get to go home after. I'm using in-game music, so I'm not got a playlist on because I didn't know what playlist I wanted to have. Right, so we've got Salt Lake City. It's being connected via buses to drop some people off. Those people will then walk over the road, walk down the path onto the train, and then going to be taking the train, going through these mountains, all the way into Sacramento. Right. And then at some point, we would want to hook him up with San Francisco. Now, I'm thinking, when it comes to that, it might be better we just do a tram line between San Francisco and Sacramento. That's too short of a hop for a train. So I'll have a tram line going there, and then I'll have a West Coast train line that will take along from San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, up to Portland. America, fuck yeah. As long as they keep their politics over there. I don't want it over here. What's this? This is industry. That's doing the logs. So we've got some wood. Moving it over. And then it's bringing back plank back over to here to connect up to it there. And then tools getting dropped off here. Down into Amarillo. Cool. But we've got lots of little local things. It's about connecting it on a much larger scale. Because money's going bye-bye. What's happening with the money? Why are we suddenly massively struggling for money? Okay, our fortunes were branded. I think that's like someone was ciphering some money off, and now we're looking at the accounts. They've gone, fuck, we can't do it. So suddenly we were all good again. I watched a video earlier to get really dark. Someone recreated 9/11 on Flight Simulator. Someone did that on Flight Simulator, like literally weeks after, no, days after it actually happened. Because, you know, humanity. So Long Island, freight, boating people over. I mean, it's got a fair amount of people heading over there. I mean, money's like, we've got money, just not a lot of money, and we want more money. Did that on Microsoft Flight Simulator 95. Starting airport was right outside Chicago, and I like to fly Cessna into the Hancock building. Wow. Let's have a quick look. Destinations. Right, so we've got a lot of usage going to Boston, Hamilton, Kingston, Milwaukee, St. Marie. It's not a lot of people, but line usage is 100%. Apparently, someone is not using my lines to go to New York. Somehow people are not using my lines to go to Long Island. Hey, how the hell are you going anywhere? Like, other than Long Island, all this should be 100%. That's because we've still got things over there. Right, oh God, how do I do the thing? How do I do the thing? Long Island. So apparently that belongs to Long Island. Apparently. I mean, I'm assuming I'm reading it correctly. I don't know, because residential highlights this. So there's now no residents of Long Island over there. The problem is there is cargo, and I've got no way to know which is which. Actually, yes, I do have a way. It has no industry. Well, it's not requesting industry. So seeing this in America, I see you can call ICE and have people deported. It's not that in-depth, fortunately. Okay, so we've got some industrial buildings. Okay, good. How do you win this? Basically have more money than God at some point. And then once you get bored of it. It's complete open sandbox, basically. So we know that so this and this, that's Long Island. Like we know they belong, so we can say bye-bye to them. Because the idea is I want to cut out as many of the Long Islands that's over here. And just have it over here. Right? We know that's Long Island. I mean, when it comes to industry, the problem is I've got no way of knowing because it's not highlighting the industry that belongs to Long Island. I'm going to go with then. They are Long Island. I've got to keep kicking back and forth. Kind of like work out what's what. I'll just get. Oh no, I got rid of one of New York's, but it's fine. It's fine. All right. So these. Alright, so we should see a drop in... No, apparently I wasn't removing theirs. I was removing New York's. Or even not. Fine, whatever. I just want more people I want more people giving me money. Like, that's what it's all about. People giving me money. At some point, we're going to need to bulldoze through that so we can connect Portland and Fredericton. Is that how you pronounce it? Fredericton? Is that actually a place? Can't say I've ever heard of that. Halifax, I reckon we'll do a ferry connection. Actually, saying that, it's going to moan. So actually, no, it's already been connected. So I can't fully cut it off. Boo. Boo. Right. Let's look at any industry that might need to be meddled with. So transport is 32%. Let me up my speed because I've got date speed at quarter. Yeah. Is that the best truck we've got available right now? I'm trying to like freaking these vehicles. It's only been 2 months since I last played it. How the hell am I like struggling to remember things already? So no is the quick answer to that. It does occasionally pick up construction material, so I need to use an all cargo. Cool. You got into bed because I have had the flu. I don't recommend it, really. Right, that means they're actually limited on speed because that's a 25 mile per hour. And then obviously this can go up to 37. So we do need to do an upgrade. So we do a small country road. No, we just do a medium. And then city. Ew. Actually, if we be cheeky, right? Because that's a medium street. 31 miles per hour. I do want that, but that's going to, complain. The problem is I could do that, but then we'll just kick it back to what it was before. If I do that, we've got the same issue. We're just going to have to accept that they're a bit slower in the city. Okay, yeah, whatever. Is what it is. Right, so we've got vehicles going up through here. Same again. We're going to do an upgrade just to speed things along. And then we're going to give it... actually, we're just going to up it to a small country road. And then this bridge, we're going to replace. I love the fact that we can just straight up replace it now. I see a bright light. Should you go towards it? Depends on what the bright light is. But it's probably best to stay in bed, Ash. Just saying. Look at all this traffic. Oh, do we think that there is a potential money-making opportunity here? It's quite possible. All these cars going along. So we've hit the 30s now. So the question is, how do we do it? Do we want to, at some point, we'll have Miami International, right? But I'd have to, make Florida bigger. or put it here and just get rid of this lake. But train-wise, so we want a terminus, passenger terminus. That's the opposite of what you should be doing, making Florida bigger. We need to make it smaller. Well, in this alternative timeline, Floridans actually have a bit of common sense. So we've got to kind of get the rail line where it can stop just outside Tampa, but then still continue over to Jackson. And then maybe do a Y split so it goes up to Tallahassee and Montgomery and then along the Gulf of Mexico coast. Yes, Trump, it's called the Gulf of Mexico. Honestly, this snapping feature, it pisses me off. But strong word. That's perhaps a bit of a strong word. It's annoying the hell out of me. The fact that I have to hold a key to disable it. I don't understand the point. What do we reckon? That's a nice line. Yeah, okay, cool. In fact, what I might do is I might do the Y here, thinking about it. So this is the transfer point. Because if I'm going to do an airport here at some point, like if we're going to make this the southeast corner transit hub, it would make sense that, you know, you don't have to transfer into Tampa to go up to wherever. Everything goes from Miami, Jacksonville up that way, or Tampa up that way. Just thinking out loud there. Yeah, I think I might do that. Appreciate the lurk, Freak. Thank you. Do-do-do. See, done nothing. I've got $30 million. Be nice if that were, if I had 30 million real life dollars. Yeah, I have got rid of a few mods that I was using. And make sure, because, you know, I'm such a nice person that people have... So I can't even, like, add seats. Right. That can go away. Right. Yeah, because I'm a nice person. We're making sure they've got cover from any rain. Not like it rains in this. Alright, it's going to complain about mainline connection. That's fine. Because we are modifying the roads to be based around where I want this. In fact, I'm thinking, let's not have it as a terminus. Put a bit of style into it. In fact, I'm going to put wrong one. This one. Bus tram. No, I'm going to use buses, not trams. Smooth it out a little bit. Yeah, fine. It would do. Cool. And then we'll throw it in a random country road. To here. Cool. So it's no longer complaining about mainline connection, but theoretically it should go. Well, hang on. Taking his train's a lot more efficient. So let's take the train. We'll see if it does though. So 2 tracks, high speed, itinerary on. See if we can get this somewhat lined up because it's going to need to then bank round into Tallahassee. I'm thinking. Oh, this is going to be an expensive demolishment job, I'll tell you. Yeah, okay. All right. Get rid of all this. Okay. Need to get rid of that road. Get some tracks in. So let's see. How do I want to have it? I think, yeah, we're going to connect it onto that track. Right, it's colliding with this, unfortunately. So how do I want to do it so it doesn't actually collide with it? I mean, it's full speed across, so it's at good angles. So we're going to actually make a full pivot then. I mean, does Florida actually have like this going through the middle of it? Probably not. We really got to give it a new bridge just to make this work. Make it look, you know, a little nicer. See, that should go, you know what, that's fine, let's do it. But it's not going to because reasons. Got to wait for the autosave to finish. Do 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 do. Blah, 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 blah. Come on. I'll tell you what. Yeah, that's fine. That works. I like the look of that. It's quite stylish. We're not giving it a high-speed bridge, though. Not a chance in hell. That will get a high-speed bridge, obviously. Actually, I'm thinking I might put the Y split after the bridges. Or are we thinking it probably won't matter much, will it? We've got to make sure that the side ends is before the bridge, like so. Problem is, coming down this way, it will be slowing down earlier, but that's a bit unavoidable, unfortunately. Not liking this random pole. Yeah, okay. We've got some bears on the line. So that's going to hook into there. And that's there, you're back and forth. From Tampa to Miami. First station 2222, no electric. Ooh, this is a lot of stuff that's going. Like if this adds any real life drama added to it, people would be complaining like crazy. Now I just needed to like kind of recover what I've demolished before I tidy this up. Try and make it improved. But everything's actually sort of in range of the train station right there, which is a good thing. And to be honest, I could probably put a passenger line on the boats while we're putting, no, sod it, because I know I'll be dropping it at some point. I don't think we'd make enough money to justify a measure like that. Okay, so since Miami is a connecting point for the South Line and the East Line, eventually the whole East Line anyway, I'm going to put the depot down here. But I just need to Make sure I've got it aligned. Right, that looks aligned. And then I've got to do like a Y connection. See if it actually lets me do it at this right closeness. It does. Fantastic. Coolio. In fact, could I actually even have it a bit closer? No. That's like literally as close as I can put it. Okay, brilliant. Signals. One way. Actually, no. I'm not going to put a signal this side because I want it. If a train's coming out of here, it's got priority. Signal spacing. We're actually going to drop it down to 100 meters. Bit close, but it's fine. Alright, so that's auto spaced all the way over. Brilliant. And that has auto space all the way over there as well. Fantastic. Cool. So basically a train coming here should go, wait, there's a train coming out of the depot. And stop. In theory. However, I'm pretty sure the stations actually have some form of built-in signal anyway. I don't know. Time will tell if it works. We will see. So let's get a line in. Since this is going to be an extension, this is going to be rail, passenger, south coast. So, yeah. Even though, should I instead call it coast, should I just call it line? I don't know. We'll keep it as close now. And then eventually, the East Line, which is currently stopping in Washington, well, just before Baltimore, between Baltimore and Philadelphia, will extend that along all the way down. Eventually, we'll connect directly to Miami. Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there. It takes time, planning, coordination, and unfortunately, patience and focus. And that's where I struggle. Passengers, BC4. We're going to have enough. Yeah, do 2. Electric train, 62. Steam, 75. So, Flying Scotsman. I can only afford 1. So, it's a start. There we go. Right, so we're going to put a road depot here. So I've only got 1 to serve that. We're going to do bus stop. Let's see if we do coming out this way, that way. And going along here, up through there. Maybe that way. Yeah, okay. So it starts here. There. There. Right, Miami 1. So get it going. Probably say I don't know. I think this would be better. Yeah, let's have 3 run in. Start it going. Okay. Then I will want. So going from here. You know, we're probably going to want a one-way road, bus lane. Not that they'll pay any attention to it, mind you. It's out there. Oh, hang on, let me put the bus stops down first. That would be a good idea. And it comes out here. There. Not gonna lie, I've never tried it with it like this before. But that's causing a bit of a headache. I can already tell that one. So yeah, unfortunately, a one-way street's not gonna work. I'm gonna need that, but make it like pure bus lane and just watch every car go up and down it and can just completely ignore. See, straight away, my point proven. Just completely ignores the fact that that's a bus lane over. We need some enforcement cameras there to find people and then give me the money for, you know, using my property without permission. Yeah, go on. Right, add station. Okay, cool. So Miami 2. Thank you. Again, 3 for the moment. Miami 2. Right, so that's going to service a fair amount of people. Damn. I didn't react fast enough. But yes, as we can see, there are now people getting on our buses. It's a nice little tour bus as well. Can get some fresh air while being driven to the train station, off to work. You know, fortunately for the residents of this world, there's no weather. It's daylight 24/7. Perfect conditions 24/7. Just a little bit of cloud in the distance, but that's all. And then at some point, maybe we extend that. But it's fine for now. So this one then, pretty straightforward, really. Right? We could probably survive with just 2 lines to begin with. Again, bus stops first, Chris. There. I mean, really, this would be like just a. This is basically going to be a shuttle service. Like just there. I kind of need, I think, probably 1 bus for that. So Forge. Hi, let's have a tornado to ruin cities as far as the horrible. So there. Okay. For now, I will leave that as is. I will throw an upgrade on that though. Comes here. Down to there. And to there. Whoops, daisy. So I'm actually, what I'm thinking here then is there. I should do it the other way around actually, so they're not crossing over. Tell you what, I'm going to remove that road. So yeah, it goes like that. And at that point, I might as well have it just continue. Again, I should have it going the opposite way, because there's going to be a crossover point when we think about it. But from George Street, I need to add that. So it goes... hang on, not from George Street, from that one. Okay, yeah. So it goes to here. And to... Yes, for the moment, I'm going to actually have it go the opposite direction. So I need to put new stops in. Okay. I don't like the colour. We're going to change it to that. So it's put stops on the opposite sides of the road. Okay, so that line should have automatically fixed itself. Fantastic. We just now need to make sure that they're not going to the same depot point. They're not. In fact, brilliant. Should give it a line name. So road P Tampa 1. I'm actually going to change that to Tampa Exchange and make sure it should be in 3. So we're going to do 5 because of the spread. And you're going all the way up to Tampa. Right. Okay, so that's them connected for passengers. And we can see our manipulation there didn't have much impact on Miami. It's had quite a bit of an impact on Tampa, however. We did like get rid of the center of the city, in fairness. And what we need to do is slowly build our way up the East Coast as well. I need to go to Tallahassee, but I'm going to hold off on that because our really money making at the moment is going to be connecting these. Right. Something to consider: if we do put an airport here and we connect it between here and New Jersey, so how will that impact the train situation? I don't know. That'll be an interesting one. Time would tell. We need this to shut down. It's in the way. Unfortunately. This is what I wish we had a planning mode. Like, I can build the. Like, I want to put the tracks down and just give me like a rough idea ahead of time. I have to do it this way, but I want to be like ghost it down and then extend it and see how I can curve it. Like, putting to Jacksonville's fine, but then I'm going to need quite a curve and getting it that way. So it means that I kind of need to be bringing that's going to need a bigger bend. Because when we look at it that way, yeah, because if I've got it here, it's going to come out and bend massively. If I put it closer to here, I can have it bend slightly less. But then that's more in line with that, which means I don't need as much of a bend coming into Savannah. Because this station, I'm going to have it the other side of the river probably. It's going to need to be angled probably close to like this, so you can get on the outskirts of Columbia, hit straight in through Charlotte. But we don't want it going through Charlotte, do we? Unless we have, well, we could have a station here and we have a bus / tram line that brings Columbia and Charlotte in. Because then I can have it go straight up into Raleigh and Richmond. But then the angle, yeah, the angle's going to be a bit of a... It's going to be a bit of a pain. It's going to be very expensive as well. Because there's a lot of stuff I've got to demolish to get out of the way. And I can't demolish this. I have to wait for it to roll to go away, and I don't see that happening anytime soon. Look at all this traffic. That's just this guy wanting to go to work or go visit Nan. It's quite crazy. How's the road traffic actually between Miami and Tampa? See, that's not terrible. What's line utilization looking at? 71%. That's good. That's pretty good, actually. In the 70s, for sure. I mean, coming back, though... 75. So we've got a really good line utilization going on. It's a way we can improve it. I mean, there's a cheeky way. I don't know if this still works, but the cheeky way is deliberately destroy buildings. So like we pick an area. This is going to be residential. This is going to be commercial. This is going to be industry. And any building that is outside that area that doesn't match the zoning, we just destroy and let it build elsewhere. And then just keep trying to be a bit on top of that. But the residential is quite spread around. So I'm just trying to think. If we can encourage... I mean, it makes sense to encourage industry here. All right, it's not something I'm going to do now with that, because that's how spread it out it is. I think I'd rather wait. See, industry's quite reasonable. Like, it's all in one centered area. So if we kind of got rid of the houses, and then, you know, fingers crossed, when they come to build more, they build it over here. I've never truly looked into how it decides where it builds stuff, if I'm honest. If it's just random, or, you know, there is some logic to it. Again, why are you trying to snap to that? Okay, let's make sure that road's connected. Too much slope. No. It's going to be... I mean, that looks okay, but it's on this bit. It works. I mean, I can always change it in the future. Just so it's got a way of going over the rail without actually potentially interrupting the layout of the rail. But, I mean, there's plenty of people using this train. Not enough to break even. But you know what? It's okay. It's fine. So what is our most profitable lines at the moment then? Wood to St. Louis. Crude oil to Houston. Sub Amtep. Scout, yeah. Well, all games is the way it is. Our airline is being quite profitable. Stone into St. Marie. What's our worst loss? Sudbury to Toronto. And then the east and south line. Oh my! So basically, if I stop doing that and get rid of the airline, I'd actually make no difference in my income or expenditure. Ah, that's amusing. I mean, for this, is it? I just have more trains than I need. Like, I mean, could I get rid of a train and then just knock it? Just knock it on the head. Knock one on the head and just yeah, I think I will do that. Got words, not very easy. All right. Sell. Replace. Flying Scotsman. And 2 of them. So a lot more passengers can carry. They also will travel faster because the wagons they use in the carriages they use in are now quicker. We should get rid of words and just grunt meaningful like Witcher. Fuck. I mean, if I get the women like the Witcher, I would 100% be okay with that. I gotta be honest. I like how I've done. Like, it's definitely interesting. Like, I've got a bridge over this section of the road, but then to carry on, it's a tunnel instead of another bridge. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think most of the women he's been with have tried to kill him, but he's still alive, so I will still take it. Oh, we've actually filled that train up. That's still got old signals on. I need to update them. Go to the right one. Place forwards. Excellent, updated. I love this. I really love the signal mod. Like one of the best quality of life mods in the game. Are you really going? No. Come back to the airport. Come back. No, he's fine, whatever. You've got people. Just head you normal. We've got a plane already there. It's shiny. So shiny. All these people. Going from the train station right into the terminal. And they're all getting on board. Should be like 60 people, realistically. No. Apparently he didn't bring 60 over. Like, Z just dropped off, like, the prior train dropped off like 90. Like, that should be a full plane heading out. So, Transport Fever 3, I really hope they've improved the passenger handling. when it comes to airports. Like, we get extra runways and terminals, and people are willing to use different lines. Like, would be nice. Speaking of, right, so that's the hangar. Another passenger terminal. We're going to stick the hangar over here. Manage line. So is it just on train lines then? Boo. Okay. So, you know, that is what I think it is, right? I mean, I'm not imagining that that is allow alternative. Okay, it is. Right. It lets you select which alternative one. So if at any point we end up with multiple planes have landed, I want him to jump into the alternative terminal, start loading up the passengers ready. Then I just wish we could had more runways, because that is a bit of a holding point. So what's happening here? Do we need to do something similar? No, you're kind of waiting to space yourself out. Have I got too many boats on this line? Or is it a case of that the wait time is too long? I mean, we could be moving 1,500 passengers and we're moving just over 100. So I'm going to go with we have too many boats. 4 minutes. Yeah, unfortunately, it's one of the weaknesses in this game. Alright, what I've done for there, I want to do the same for here as well. Okay, cool. So I can use either terminal. I'm going to stick the time on. Start going through the years. Start getting new stuff. Money is definitely not a problem now. $71 million. So that, yeah, we've technically more or less won the game already. And this is on hard mode. Alright, so the tricky one is... So I tell you what, I don't want to extend this. And I want to be extending it up from here. I reckon. Nah, it does make sense to extend it from here because we've already got trains on the line. So my concern is how little line usage is happening. Richmond's got no public transportation. I mean, to be fair, it isn't actually that bad. Dover's only 59% though. I mean, the traffic that was jamming it all up is gone away though. So, but the roads are definitely in a healthier condition to how they were prior. But I am still heavily debating moving that. I'm not super happy with its location. But I'd have to destroy vast amounts of this area to fit it anywhere else. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to pull up with it. Right, so DC hub off to Philadelphia. Do we need a new one? I mean, you're getting stuck behind that. Just for a bit of extra speed. Right, one. This one. Yeah, there's no better than that. So how are we looking? 51. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to up this to a minimum wait time of 120 seconds. Actually, we're just going to do it. It's a fixed wait time, 120 seconds. Then fingers crossed, they're a bit more efficient. Like, you've not even freaking picked anyone up. Oh, you literally just skipped all these people sitting here. Fine. Okay. So this main road has got to go. This main road here. It's actually still an old... Oh my god, it's actually still an original street as well. I mean, can I... Alright, let's have a quick... See what our... It's not going to give me speeds because there's too much... too many collisions happening. And my thinking is, if I can angle it to there, then we've got Richmond Station angling that way, or at least cross that way. Let's put the proposed station down first. A bit of a hill. Yeah, so something like in that orientation. So we'll go through there. We can easily no, I might have to move it down a bit. Convert or alter the angle. Let's see. How does the angle look? I mean, it's all right. It's not too bad. But I'm thinking if we have it, because if we can do it where I don't need to take this main road out, I'd be very pleased with that. But I do think. Why can I not put a platform the other side of that? You telling me there's actually a limit to how far out we can go? Okay, I can go really far that way, but I can't go really far that way. Why? Fine, I'll just demolish the whole bloody thing then. Yeah. Might have to get a bit iffy bringing it along here. See, the thing is, that's going to destroy a stop. Kind of want to avoid. Depends on how they interact, to be honest. It's basically, as long as the transitions are smooth and there's not sudden changes of elevation on the track, and that's a bit on that road. I mean, that doesn't look too shabby. Right, so you're colliding with something, and that collision is this road. Okay. And that's going to need to go over as well. I don't like that, but might just have to accept that, actually. How's that? Doesn't have any negative impact on any lines. Okay, yeah, I'm quite happy with that, actually. one thing I do need to do is upgrade some lines, because I am seeing... Because at some point we will be using electric trains, so... You used to be able to just click on the station and it will upgrade it. But it's not letting me. Because I have to now go in and remove them individually to then put them down again. I'm not a fan of this. It's very time consuming. Cannot connect all stations. Yeah, because it's broken it. And this is why I don't like doing it this particular way. Because somehow we've busted it. Oops. But after Boston, that way? That fixed it. Yes, it has. Okay, cool. Now what I need to do is that train I need to move along. Because it's currently on the wrong, going the wrong way. Is there a way to like kick it over to the next? I can have it reverse, but I don't want it to reverse. I want it to... Because that's like completely messed up the spacing of everything. Fine. It will fix itself in time. But yeah, this is why I don't like the way of doing it. Yeah, it's very... It's very silly. But at some point, we do need to widen this to 4. That is when we're going to have a massive problem. Trying to get this to go to 4. It's like, is that even possible along here? Okay. It is. I'm not going to lie. I did not expect that. I mean, is it worth just... I mean, it's not like we're short on money, so I might as well just freaking get it going now, right? We'll definitely go see some interesting inclines on the roads. So we're going to have to move that depot. Is it going to be any problem parts around there? I don't think so. I think we're good. Get this line in. First. So the reason why I'm doing 4 lines, if people are curious, is because at some point these middle lines we've got stations set a certain way. So basically, if I decide I need to do an express directly from New York to Boston to Washington, it can basically go through the middle and skip New York without being able to build bypasses. Like is the bypass basically, which does mean I do need to extend out Richmond. And also because it's like already 4 wide, if we ever need to extend the station, I've already got the land kind of reserved. I mean, I'm half tempted to actually extend it now. It's not necessary at the moment. Okay, so one downside is I need a crossover point. Because obviously it can't connect back over to the other line if it's coming this way. Like, it needs to be able to turn back around. So I do need an X crossing. I'm trying to actually get an X crossing in. It's easier said than done. Because the game does not, for some reason, does not like to make it easy. All right, there we go. So we'll actually now find they can quite easily connect up now. Oh, no, that one should be a one-way. Oh, it's an auto save. Oh. Right. I'll tell you what. I'm going to wait for that to... So I was thinking of waiting until that train line had shifted and cleared, but no, I'm not going to wait. Yeah. So it's interesting that it's actually taking that inner line, like at all times. So I understand it going into DC, but you would expect it to use the outer line. So I might have to start putting like some waypoints in just to encourage it to use that outer line. Interesting that that's an auto. I can create a ton of spaces for this. No, thank you. Right, so for going from DC into New York, need to do that, and then coming from New York, cannot connect all stations because there's no line. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Yep, that works. I better, before they start, the AI starts making any modifications to buildings and roads around here. Yeah, so that's just gotten even worse. So we're gonna have to step in on this one and go no connecting road dead, natural connecting road. I mean, it's prime candidate for a tunnel to like just pop over and then come back up. We might do that at some point. So I know it's unlikely. Can I actually turn that into a cross? Okay, it has actually let me. Half the time it doesn't. What would be really cool if... see how the cross is... it'd be really cool if we could like just do a cross inside the cross. I don't know. Hang on, let me test that. How doable is such an endeavor? Freaking let me. Oh, see, now I understand why there's so many track mods for this type of thing. He's just not wanting to let me. Why do you get rid of the whole thing? God, I really hope Transport Fever 3's rail things a lot easier than this. It hasn't even connected up properly. Oh yeah, I know what I'm hoping to do. I don't think it's gonna let me. What? Someone has created a bit more of a complex switch crossover. So at the moment, they can go on this line, interchange quite easily. This switch. Do I even need it to be a double? Not really. But I was hoping to be able to have something just in the middle here, so someone can go from here to here. Fairly easy. I'd just have to have a switch down here. Just messes up the scaling a little bit. It is what it is. Right, signals. Not wanting to play ball on repeating them, are you? To be fair, I don't think I need those signals. And then the inner ones we will allow to be two-way. Because there might be a time where I do need them to like do a quick cross. Actually, no, shouldn't. Because no train should be from here. Might need to have this on the other side. So if it stops here, it comes from here, comes down, then can go that way, and then go along there to the next station where it's going to get, like, we're going to have these crosses anyway. So if it's coming from the other way, it's coming through here, and it needs to get onto this line. We're going to ignore that and then go up that way. So yeah, I do need that double and that potentially double. Okay, cool. So I have got that right. Which means in theory I should be able to just add this straight on now, surely. DC, New York. Appears consecutively twice. Okay, and what's your problem? And then from New York, just make sure it's using this waypoint. Okay, brilliant. Go through. Ideally, I want it on this side. Actually, you know what? That side's fine. Yeah, so we can see that in action, where it's then kicking onto the outer line. Okay, that's fine. That works. Right. Now it's a case of, that's a lot cheaper than I expected, to be honest. I was expecting that to wipe out most of what I had. So the next phase is getting this now connected up. So on a different terrain height, I think it is. Let's make sure it's all flat and samey. Okay, and then let's do smoothing out over here as well. Just make it look really nicer. So the downside here is that can never be widened. That's only going to be a small road basically forever. Like, it's never going to... I mean, I can fix it. I'm going to fix it. I know exactly how I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend the moolah now. The moolah is getting spent. There's going to be a lot of remodeling going on here. Welcome back, Freak. Hope everything's okay. So we're going to do a large street. We're going to throw a bus lane in. We're going to have it straight. Should be now. Good. All right. And then it's going to have that. Ooh. Okay, that's not happy. All right, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to let that go. Okay, why are you not letting me cross over? Well, that's disappointing. Where's the bus? Okay, apparently we were using the old style bus stop on here. I can't actually see the thingies. What's them down then? Eddie. Right. Oh, okay. I would need to... Okay, I'm quite sad about this. Alright, if I do that... Look how nice and tidy that's looking. And then reconnect. Will no. Oh, that sucks. It's just that. It's basically, for some reason, it's just not wanting to connect. Oh my god, look how ugly that is. Ew. That's it. Ew. Oh, that is so sad. It's so disappointing. So, okay, I can kind of tell what the problem is, actually. I don't know if this ultimately is going to, like, fix the problem. It's one of those things of let's try and find out. I mean, it's looking better. It's more aligned. Still doesn't fix the problem, though. Oh, I need somewhere else. Okay, so we'll go over 4. Just for some reason, it just does not want to do it onto this. Do that instead. Yeah, it kind of works. I just think it's just the way that the line in that is, because if you see that, does that go slightly up before it might do? It's one of those I'm determined just to try and get it the way I want it now. It's like, how dare you say that I can't have it how I want it? Like, how? That's unacceptable. Right, so that's flat, even, all looking good. Making sure that next to it is also the same. So it's only going along. You gonna let me? No. Hi, Geek. How are you? It's actually not possible. I'm very mixed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope nothing serious is happening. I mean, it's not exactly how I wanted it, but you know what? It's working. So yeah, I will go with that. Going through level 3 electric vehicle training this week. Okay, okay. Do 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 do. Right, okay, so everything's back in place, sort of. Has completely wrecked up my lines though. So yellow line, I've got 4. Oh, this should be a bus station. I may or may not be working on an EV product. I'll be qualified to turn wrenches on live high voltage vehicles. So why are you mixed? Out of curiosity, if it's something you don't mind sharing. I think I might alter these lines about. Okay, what I'm debating here is to change these lines. So I've got something coming out of this hub. So this hub kind of feeds this area, and then this hub feeds this area, and then I'll have a shuttle just going from here to here on this side, so that someone from here to here can go, don't have to go to the hub. Because let's be honest, that looks a right mess. And I suspect it's because I might have got rid of this road here, didn't I? Mixed because I'm not really enjoying my job as system engineer. I didn't fully understand what's up position. It's been real difficult getting up to speed. I just feel like an intern again. Even when I was an intern, I still knew what to do. That's annoying. Well, I mean, hopefully things can look up for you. I get that, going into a job and like, oh, actually I feel lost here. Construction is not possible, I'm going to assume, because of that. Exactly what it was. Okay. Yeah, I'm still humming and ahhing about this. Yeah, I'm going to redo the lines. Is there a way that I can just freaking delete it? What would happen to all the buses if I delete it? Right, Baltimore. Do that, that'll be easier. I can just do this list then. Right. That. Okay. So the quick one is I've got to sell the vehicles first. Fine, easy. Sell all vehicles. External vehicles. Why are you not? Why is that grayed out? Oh, it's auto saving. Ah, the whole what's your biggest strength for me is that when I have a clear idea of the destination, I can usually get there with minimal first. You know what? I've never thought of it like that. I'm the same. I've never I've never heard it put down that mentioned that way. Like if I've got clear guidance, clear
Yay!
like I know what the end goal is. I've got guidance how to do it. Like there's it's not just oh we want this done, figure it out. It's like we want this done, but in this way, like this, like this, like this. It's easy, but then I can get there. I can work it out. I don't need like necessarily I don't need my hand holding. But then when there is no guidance, there is I don't know, like to like, okay, what do you want? I don't know, like. Yeah, I've never thought of it that way. That's a bloody good. Don't mind if I nick that, do you? In future, I'll probably forget to actually say it because I'll be like, "What's your biggest strength?" It's always the way. I don't know. I don't like blowing my own horn. That's my biggest strength. I just get on with it. Yeah, reference prior art, so to speak, and stand off your own procedures and work instructions, but when those are lacking, I don't have much of a clear. I find myself spinning wheels a lot. Hope that helps your next job interview. I mean, I've got to get a job interview first. At the moment, the only work I get is from my reputation. You know. I literally go, like, do you know who I am? Yeah. Can I have a job? Yeah, absolutely. Do you know who I am? Not a clue. Oh, can I have a job? Nah, you're right. Okay, fine. But then I work in a very reputation-orientated industry. So... like, your reputation is everything in my line of work. I don't want to put a cross switch here. I'm going to say no, because I've got one here. I should, though. Because if I do a DC direct somewhere that direction, it's going to cause a ball ache if I haven't. But that's working as bouncer doors. Yeah, I mean, I don't do doors no more. But I still work in the security industry. But you're right. It's the nature of the industry I work in is when you're known, you've got a reputation, it opens a lot of doors. I can't say outside of... You almost say, to be fair, Geek, it's a semi-recent thing that I've stepped away from the doors. So at the moment, I'm just doing event and VIP security. So I get to look after people with money. And, you know, guess of wherever I'm working. Which is cool, actually, because I have met some very interesting people. And some quite famous people as well. I'll have to look into, is there a better way to do this? Because there must be. Okay, so that needs to be two-way. Cool. Right. That should have fixed the line. Yes, it did. Brilliant. I would prefer it on the outer line, but you know what? I'm just gonna, I'm going to leave it as such at the moment until this becomes extended further along. No, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. To be fair, I don't think I need the waypoints now. Like, I think I can get rid of these. Or not. Okay. So, game. You listen, I've got a question for you, game. Why do you believe pathing on that inner line, I already know the answer to this, by the way, is better than going on that? Of course, the answer is it's as the crow flies. It's seeing it's over there. So he's going, oh, I need to go on that line. Not looking far enough ahead. I'm assuming that's the answer. I don't actually know, but I'm just guessing. There is some logical sense to that being why. So, yeah, I need to use this waypoint then. No, why? I'm not going to send a train to a bus stop, am I? I mean, it'd be interesting to try. I don't think it will work. Train is reporting the following problems. Why? I'm going to point out the obvious. You're currently facing the wrong way. Just saying. Okay. Again, that is a lot cheaper than I expected it to be. I was expecting this to, like, really take all my money getting this set up. But it hasn't. This is very good. Very nice. Right. So we now need to fix this. And fixing that is going to be interesting. How do I want to do it? Instead of being an exchange like that, I mean, I've got to keep it like this, don't I? Really? I'm kind of thinking, actually, do we want to, like, go silly and have a big thing like so? How many lines are you running? Just New York, Philly. So basically, dropping off into here and then going down into here. If I was to connect a bridge and run a bus route through New York, you're going to complain about... Are you not? Hang on. Wait. It's not complaining about a lack of connection. So, how can I make take full advantage of this? Well, I've got this whole area. They can't get anywhere unless they use what I provide. There's no roads. We've just blocked the only road. So obviously we see with Long Island, I took the bridge out and he didn't complain, which means everyone there has to use my boats to go anywhere. How can we take advantage of this situation? Now, my thinking is potentially if I can just sneak in a bridge somehow, and just connect over there, and then I could just run a bus line from here to here into that, and then I've got to go through there. I don't think it's viable though, because it's just the way. So I've got to have it quite high just to go over this. Unfortunately, this is not quite deep enough for me to look at turning this into a ferry river. Because if we look, yeah, we'd have to widen it a lot. This being in the way is a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie, I don't actually think there is a way. Might just have to let the trams deal with it. Thing is, it's already going to a point where we've got buildings outside. So I might need to convert this into a dedicated central hub. Because I'm thinking if I get rid of anything that's industry based, because it looks like it's just housing. Now there's a few commercials. But if I was to get rid of all this commercial and turn this purely in these little industries, turn it purely into residential. Maybe. Right. Alright, let's have some street access. Like I said, I'm happy to spend the money. Like we've cleared our debt. That could be a central bit. If it starts expanding out, then we'll add new lines and that. But for now, we'll keep it as is. So that's what it's using currently. We're going to up it. We're going to replace it with that. It's a little bit quicker. A little bit more capacity. Probably want to go through upgrading roads. 8 buildings will be removed, so it's going to lose all them. I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I like the idea of those buildings being there. Just to have all the noise complaints coming in. needs to still finish processing all vacation photos started on that a few weeks ago, and still never finished processing photos from 2024 trip to Spain. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Yeah, perhaps you need to get to it for Geek. Yeah, slacking. What's going on? I've still got old road connections. It is. It's cobblestone. Why is it still using cobblestone? I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. Do I still have a train route through Canada somewhere? You do. You still have a train named after you. You're still moving passengers from Toronto. Trains. Freak. There you go. Flying Scotsman. Oh, look at that. Sudbury's got a massive building. You're carrying 22 people at the moment, no? Our line's making no money whatsoever. I mean, saying that, New York, no tall buildings. Washington, Philadelphia. There's a new tall building in Washington. I wish it'd tell us, like, what city this belonged to. Like, that'd be cool. So if we go there, then we can see. Can I extend it so I can actually see what this is? I'm assuming it says moving, but... but yeah, I mean, Canada's starting to get a bit of a boom going on. Toronto, Hamilton. Hamilton's got a big residential building now. So how's that impacted the population? Oh, look at that. Look at that boom. Toronto, a little bit. Hamilton, a little bit as well. Buffalo, yeah. Sainte Marie. I mean, just look at the amount of people that's waiting to get on the boat and on the tram. Do we need to start? I mean, it's already the best ones we've got. Yeah, so we're using a tram for this because it would be very impractical to run a train line. Now, what we could do is we could put a terminus station here and just have the trams dropped off there and then trains picking them up. Annoyingly, this is just in the wrong place now. There's not a lot we can do about it, Mochi. Just have to accept it. Okay, let's continue with extending the East Line then. So at the moment, you are getting no passengers. You aren't attached to anywhere. Okay, so now there is an attachment. So there is now going to be some passengers. Not many, though, because we need buses. So what we're going to do, obviously, we're not going to run a train to Norfolk and Richmond. It's not viable. It's pointless. It's too short distance. We're going to run a bus service, a direct bus service. basically. So, I'm thinking we put the bus stop right in the middle. And in fact, one option we could do, we could run a ferry service. And I think I'm going to run it off Long Island, actually. Just for the sake, like literally just for the sake of it. What year does international airports come out? I cannot remember. Because I'm thinking I'm going to like send all this into the ocean and then have a ferry terminal dropping off to the airport as well. Because in fact, I'm thinking what might be better, instead of have Long Island go to New York, to have Long Island get dropped off at the straight up New Jersey airport. That's my thinking. Like we're just casually deleting parts of America. It's fine. What was the name of that Nazi project to remove large parts of land in Africa to make use of the Sahara? Now for more water coming in from the Mediterranean. Yeah, we're doing our own little version. Right, is that navigable? It is navigable. There was an entropia which drained the Med, but then it would have been an ecological disaster for most of Europe too. That's the one I'm thinking of. Fortunately, there's no such thing as an environment in this game, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Yeah, because eventually wasn't it like once nuclear weapons were being discovered, the plan was actually to use nukes to do it as well. Right, sure. I'm sure that would go well. Just absolutely irradiate the Sahara Desert. I don't see a single problem with that. Collision. So I just need to bring it out a little bit. Right, a bit more. That might be a bit too much. Oh, or not. Actually, I don't. Right, as long as I know large can fit, it's fine. T-terminal, small terminals. Okay. Just about moving passengers around, really. Right, so the way to do this then is going to be we're going to throw in a small dock. See, I'm going to get rid of this dock. Like so. Because actually, I'm going to do it from New York there. I think that would be better. docked outside of navigable water. Really? Are we sure about that game? Because it looks like it's fine to me. I like the random couple of houses that has just popped up here. Let's go work right on this steep cliff. I mean, I'm glad that there's no like doors this side. Like we can see the foundation and everything though. But yeah, like, could you imagine if there's like a rear exit or something just out there? Yeah, let me just pop out the back, yeah, for a smoke. A corner shop. I mean, there's corners, so sure. Liking these Sam's Diner. Anyone want to come down over to Sam's Diner? They've got coffee time. We need a cake shop. God, Sam's got a lot of diners. Yeah, okay, so to here, to here. Interesting. We need to open this up. Right, see passengers, New Jersey airport. New Jersey airport. All right, navigable waters, that's fine. So that should now be more direct. They're using different terminals. And then Long Island is going to become Dutch. And we're going to allow for some land reclamation to happen. I should just rename this Atlantis or something. Okay, so if it wants to expand, it can. Well, much larger land mass happening there. Brilliant. It needs to be small. I mean, like, it's overkill, but you know what? It's fine. I don't mind overkill. So it's now another route to the airport, so they don't have to get on the train. Go to here, get on the tram down to here to get in the airport. They can now just go to the terminal, go over there, and they're here. Now, What do we think setting up Miami International? Or should we still wait until we actually get proper international airports? Because I don't think this would cope. Like, he's struggling to really cope with what there already is. Like, if I throw another route into there, it's going to be chaos. How's this line doing anyway with its single train? Just throwing money away. Can I do what train companies do in real life and socialise the losses? Like, can I go hand out to the federal government and go, look, I've made a ton of losses, but it's critical that I stay in operation. Can I have $1 billion, please? Because I'm too big to fail. Yeah, not happening. Sounds like US farmers right now. It's like every industry. Thing is, farmers, right, anything that's critical should be to the survival and prosperity of your country, should be run by your government or heavily subsidized by your government. Because at that point, it should be anyone in that industry should be earning a worthy wage of the job they're doing. But the industry shouldn't be being run for insane profits, or that shouldn't be the intention. In my, humble socialist opinion here. Voted for Trump by 82% and shot that the policies they supported have obliterated their industry. Yeah, with what's the name? Mon something. The guys that's literally completely destroyed the farming industry. Mon. Oh, I only watched a video about it 2 weeks ago. The one with the genetically modified crops, and they will sue farmers if they're not paying a massive subscription fee, and then wind happens to blow crops from a neighbour's farm into theirs, and they don't realise that's happened until they get a knock on the door with a court summons saying, we're now going to sue the fuck out of you and bankrupt you because you're illegally growing our crops. Monsanto! That's it. Thank you, Free. I know it was Mon something. But the thing is, my brain was going Monjaro. It's like, no, it's not Monjaro. It's definitely not Monjaro. But yeah, it's mostly tariffs destroy farm exports and ice raiding their workforce. I know. Isn't that hilarious? We had something similar here a couple of years back after Brexit, right? Where it's like, oh, we need to encourage the local people to be farmhands, and they had these middle class people with money going, yeah, well, we'll do it. We'll show how it is. It's easy and all this. They lasted less than a week. Anyway, no, this is too hard. It's like, yeah, no shit. Of course it's fucking hard. That's why you pay people to do it, because you can't do it yourself. You're complaining that it's the wrong people. I don't know. Let's pay better money. You get oh, it was just hilarious because there's all these wealthy individuals who've they work cushy office jobs, manage above middle management type people. I think we even had a couple of MPs yes, British farms for British people, and we're gonna show how easy it is and all this, and then made a massive deal that they're going to do it, and then it disappeared from the news cycle almost immediately. And then when you looked into it, it's yeah, a few days, not even a week, then I gave up. It's just most important jobs in society are the hardest jobs, and they pay the worst. It's got 62 people waiting in Boston. All these people waiting for their train. We might need to actually stick another train up here. Oh yeah, 3-minute frequency. Yeah, actually no, it's fine. We can live with that. Monsanto's a completely different situation. They sell the seeds, but require farmers to buy new seeds every year. So a few years ago, if you're using prior year's seed and offering Monsanto. Yes, because you're not allowed to harvest the seeds off your crop. You have to destroy them. And they strong arm people into being forced to basically use them. So if you try and go, actually, no, I don't want them. I want to be in charge of my own things. They find a way to basically force you to go with them anyway if you become in their sites. Because you have to buy their seeds every year. Was Monsanto also? No, it's not Monsanto. It was in their chicken, in the chicken farming industry. There's another company. I don't know if it's Monsanto or just a company like Monsanto. That basically forces you to buy certain products and their feeds, and you have to produce X amount of eggs or chickens. There's penalties if you don't, and like the chicken farming industry is just as fucked as well. From what I've heard. Do we know if there's actually any truth to that? Because what I hear and what's truth might not be the same thing. I mean, we've got people using it. So, you know, that's good. So how... 67. What year's the next plane? Do we want to... I'll tell you what. Let's look at getting further along the years. See, we unlock new vehicles. Because obviously... I don't know. We want new and fancier stuff now. The entire global agriculture industry is a huge capitalistic clusterfuck. Yeah. You are not wrong there. I tell you what we can do. We can look at like completely my brain's just gone bleh. Modernizing our entire train force, because we are still using actually no, did I already do that? Actually thinking about it, so 50 miles per hour place all vehicles, cargo. Okay, yeah, so actually I think we are fine. Good. What train is that? Can you tell me what train this is, please? A35. So that's what we're currently using. I mean, we could pop onto electric. It'll move things along faster, but is the additional cost worth it? Like, we're doubling our engine cost. In fact, I might allow the top speed to drop, because we're going to be at top speed a lot longer. Looking at the calendar, it looks like you may be delivering uranium to Albuquerque soon. Yeah, but we do that, you know, hush hush. We don't tell people. So 47 miles per hour, just over $2 million extra. 47 miles per hour in medium terrain. Actually, this is mostly flat. So we get top speed a lot quicker. The question becomes, is that worth it? That's nearly doubling the price. That's not worth it. That increased price is not worth it. If we had a lot more wagons, maybe. I mean, I'm going to go, yeah. No electric path. Okay. So the answer currently is no. Because I need to electrify stuff. Also, I need to check. What's the 89%? Because I've got to be careful because because we're kind of close to the amount that's being requested. Unless I increase the amount of customers being served, it's not. Actually, it's not worth upgrading this. It's not going to increase our revenue. Atlanta Quarry is all the way over here. It's currently being used to service Atlanta. Consumer wise, so there's a lot on the west coast require it. Savannah's down south, right? Albany, so that way. Baltimore's that way. Las Vegas is that way. LA, Portland, Tallahassee's there. Atlanta's there. How come? The only other place really is Baltimore, right? Do you need to turn left or right at Albuquerque? That's a song, right? Or is that a cartoon thing? It's near the midnight gig. My brain's falling asleep. It's from Bugs Bunny. What's it? Okay. Yes, I think I have a vague memory of that one. Sort of. I'll tell you what, we could actually ship it down to Burlington and Albany. The old timey Warner Brother cartoons. Yeah, the ones from the I'm thinking 80s. Am I in the ballpark? Because I'm sure I saw that one when I was a kid. And I was a kid in the 90s, but we're kind of like older rerun type things. Yes, 80s though, probably earlier than that. Okay, yeah. They're not too far off that. Right, this is what I'm currently considering concerning these construction materials. We're going to keep bussing them over to St. Marie and Sudbury, but for Toronto, we're going to kick it onto a cargo ship. Right? And then that cargo ship is going to continue. We're going to have to start widening up this and dropping off to Burlington and Albany. We might be able to drop some excess at Albany and truck it from there over into Baltimore. Like the originals Bugs Bunnies was from the late 30s. Nearly 100 years ago. Crazy. But yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm also considering using our vast wealth here. So at the moment, if I do a boat, you've got to go all the way around here. Why don't I do a shortcut? Cut so much time off. To be fair, we should add Detroit to this route. That yeah, we can go through. It's navigationable. By the time I'm done, this country will be unrecognizable. Okay, I might not be able to afford this because this is going to cost me a lot. So we're going to have to do this bit at a time. All right, so maybe that's not an idea yet. Maybe once we're hitting billions, sure, but not quite yet. So in that case, we're probably going to be better off using a train. It'll be cheaper. Yeah, looks like most of the Warner Bros. Cartoons you remember are actually from the 50s. It's amazing. So trying to think like how we're going to put a backbone through, because really that's what I need. If I'm going to move industry stuff around, I need a backbone. Because it's like big chaos. Like how do I do that? Because last time the first time I ever did this map, I didn't have industry enabled. It was just passengers. So I've already got that somewhat nailed down, but moving industry stuff around, yeah, that's the ball ache. Also love the massive forest that we've got here. It's like so many trees. The great wilderness. Like there's more trees there than probably the rest of the map combined, probably. Because just because of the density of it. Because the thing is, I can't put these back on this train to have go up. I need something separate. But what I am kind of considering is, I mean, I can move it over via truck. And then, because you got to think, there's this massive area that we can use as like a distribution hub for here. Even though, to be honest, it would make sense to do something a little bit more central, wouldn't it? Though in reality, the easiest way to do it is just build roads and use trucks and lorries. But it's when we then start needing quantity, like raw resources, you got to do it by trains really, because the sheer quantity required for movement. Yeah, but when you're getting it off to the cities, using trains is overkill because they're just not needing that much. But the thing I'm kind of thinking is if we can get it like to here, like just have a train line go over, perhaps, and then basically put it via truck, I mean, at that point, I might as well keep the truck line going from here to Toronto. But then I'll just use trucks to send it over to Burlington, Albany, and Baltimore. And then hopefully, at some point, we are approaching the point where cities are going to start requesting more stuff, not just their original stuff. Yeah, my brain's not wanting to cooperate. That's the problem. That's the problem. And it's also like having sharing of tracks as well. So if I extend this, so we've got more platforms, because that would be the way to do it. We would need it to share this line, because this will be a freight line. It all maxes out at 50 miles per hour. It's fine going that way, but then we'd want it to split off around here. Might be I'll get rid of this these depots. Actually, I can get rid of this depot completely, can't I? That's not needed. Yeah, so have it split off here. Have it head down, kind of a fair direct route. There, like I'm kind of envisioning this island being where I'm dropping a like a central area, and we're just going to flatten it out. I don't mind a train line cutting across here for now. Yeah, okay, that's the way we're going to do it. Let's say if ultimately I have to change it all, then ultimately I have to change it all. But you know, we've got to start somewhere. And planning it out perfectly from the beginning, you know, isn't going to happen. I've got to be okay to make mistakes. And so probably best that I demolish some of this rail as well. We're going to want to have a platform. So the game knows that's now multiple. I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to remove this train station completely. Just completely rebuild it. No, I don't want to modify this. There'd be too much headache, too much change to modify that. But I definitely want to change this station. We just need to let Grey Wiz jump out. Anyway, Geek, while you're here, I assume you're still here. You need to have something named after you. So tell me, what do you want named after you? Vehicle, train, or ship. We're not doing cars because there's too many. So, aircraft, train, or a ship. You want a ship. Okay. We're going to give you passenger ship. We're going to give you the New Jersey airport one then. There you go. Then over time that will get upgraded into more modern things. Right, okay, so that's dropped off. Time to delete this for a moment. Just pull that off. Right. I wish prior to this there was a way for me to freaking modify like what there is on the end there, because I don't like that. I can't. I have to like do so much guessing to figure out like distances and things. Because the thing is, we kind of now we're going to be having things. See, that's why. Because we need larger storage buildings. Because there's now going to be stuff waiting to be picked up. And then, you know, at some point, there might be loads of it. And, yeah, that's not a good thing. We don't want that to happen. That will suffice. And then we're going to connect the track back up. No catenary. High speed. I'm going to go with no. We're not going to... I mean, we're going to keep the high-speed track. Actually, no, because it's kind of spending maintenance money unnecessarily. Okay, and then... Right, so that's now back in play. Well, it should be anyway. So this is how we're going to do it. Is Saint Marie. You can use both lines. Because if at any point there's a bit of a crossover, I just want him to just jump in, deliver the stuff or pick up the stuff and go. Thing is, why you kept the length correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can already count that. Okay. Yes. All right, that's fine then. And then just make sure I've got a signal. A signal, like so. Okay, brilliant. Right. And like I said, it's going to share that track until around here. This is where we're now going to start using up a lot of money. Actually, let's see how bad is it going to mess up with that. We're going to have a little bridge. I think that might be unavoidable. So let me get rid of these old sophomores. You're going to head out. Have a good one, Freak. Thanks for coming in. Catch you later. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for some X4. Okay, so that's the tightest turn that we can do. Without compromising speed. New train. I don't mind if I have to do... Right, can I... That's changing height. Can I change like the direction angle? Like I want it to be going up that way. I'll tell you what, let's just do a straight there for a moment and see how that connects. Yeah. Up there, through there. Oh, no, not quite. On that ish direction. Yeah, okay, cool. Hi Grendick, how are you? Okay, so he's gonna come in, comes and then bends back. You know what? I can live with it. Just wait for this auto save to finish. Okay, comes up that way. New industry founded by Bismarck. Same old. Ordered that anchovy pineapple pizza. I should ban you for that. We have a new vehicle available. Don't forget cranberry sauce. Oh my god. What the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, we're gonna keep the just a very slight dip. So let's get some smoothing going in. Okay. Looks really nice. Little scenic. I'm alright, because I'm seeing that there's a bit of a... Actually, you know what? No, that's fine. That's fine. It's a-okay. Oh my god, look at all these cars. They're literally crying out for me to come and rescue them from... Hey, what? Why? There we go. Yeah, literally, they are crying out for me to come and rescue them from their daily commute in hell. How close can we get that? Be ready. Oh, boo. Fine. I'll do that. How come there's no watch streak meter on your channel? Yeah, I think it is partners only. I mean, I've never disabled it. As far as I know, I've never had it as a thing. Okay, so now the question becomes, where do we put the actual station in question? What orientation are we wanting? And what height? Oh, boo. That didn't work. To be fair, I do wish I had a watch streak meter, because I'm sure there are some people that would. There's a couple of people that would have a very high number, because like they, even if they're not talking, I'm pretty sure they're lurking in like every stream. I'm not gonna lie. I think we might need to lower this. I mean, looks better. Not brilliant though, is it? I definitely need this further away. Oh, got a new plane. Oh, wrong button. Oh, got lots of new things. Oh, it's 1942, that's why. Okay, that'll do. Cool, can still go under it. Let's put a switch in. Let's try to. At some point, it might actually let me. What is he actually doing? Point blank refusing. Oh my god. Why? Why don't you want to cooperate? There we go. All right, fat and tall. Let's pause the time. We've got lots of new things coming in. Slowly flatten this entire island out for reasons. Right, what are we going to call this? So so what is this area actually called in real life? Hang on. United States. Map. Make sure, hang on, I've got correct orientation. So when I'm actually looking at the map, I think that's about right. That's not helpful. Doesn't seem to actually have a name. In that, it's just showing me like freaking. Because it's there we go. Adirondack Park. I have no idea how it's actually pronounced that. I've never heard of it. It's a big park. I'm going to need a native to actually, because me, I'm looking at that's Adirondack Park, but I've never heard of it. So, but that's what Google Maps says. I just hope this isn't one of those. It's been renamed because reasons. Right, so we want. I mean, things aren't really going to go back along this train track, which shouldn't. I mean, we could potentially start setting it up as such. We're gonna have a big ass cargo building, and some side ones as well. And then we're going to have a truck station. We're not going to use trams. So I'm kind of thinking, right, I need to check something. Is there an actual limit to, like, how many of these? Like, can I effectively go on for eternity? Yeah, apparently. Oh, no, there is a limit. Okay. Can I add... I can add street, other street access as well. Okay. Interesting. Unfortunately, I can't add street access unless there happens to be something there. A little silly, but apparently that's the way the cookie crumbles. Because my thinking is, like something like that. Even though it needs to be the other way, because you know, Germany. Oh, I need. Oh, really? That's what I thought. And unfortunately, I can't just flip them around. I have to demolish them. Like, why? This is another thing. Like, I really hope we get better options in the future. I'm not having to demolish them. Because now he doesn't want to know. So I have to do this. Then connect it. Well, somehow. No, it's not even going to freaking let me connect it. Ah. Doo-doo. Yeah, because I'll have I wish see, it needs to be why do I have to have a medium for the higher speed limit? It's just not. Seems that's the way to do it. Not a fan, but okay. Also, don't like that. If I want maximum speed limits, I have to use this one. I should be able to use that, but unfortunately, it's not actually fast enough. Right, so if I'm going to connect this into Albany, so a bit of a bridge situation going on there. That's a bit weird. I'm going to do that because I don't know, it's a bit bizarre. Oops, just caught the mic there. And then if we want to send it over to Burlington, sure, okay. San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge, anyone? Alright, tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect onto this road, I reckon. Alright, I just wish it was easier to create Y junctions. Because to me, that just looks horrible. Little Rock Farm is closing in 24 minutes. Yeah. So that's hooked up. If we want to, do I really want to put a road here so I can then deliver it into Baltimore? I should, but that's going to cause me. You know what? Yeah, solid. I'm going to. Construction is not possible. Okay. I mean, we're stepping in. We're making some alterations here. Whoops. Albany to Boston. Oh, damn. Okay. Bridge pillar collision. That just looks so out of place. Sorry, it does. Where's the? Okay, I wish it would tell me what. Where is the pillar actually colliding? I'm not seeing a collision there. Tell you what, because I know I am going to be tempted to like widen this at some point anyway. So let me get the widening work in place now. That's going better. We're gonna
resubscription received.
Gareth, thank you for the Prime subscription. Much appreciated. Where the hell are you colliding?
Bits received.
And Silver, thank you for the 200 bits. Oh, my voice is going. Wow, thank you. And it's just started a hype train as well. That's awesome. Yeah, do that. Just widen things up a bit. I'll do bigger changes to it at some point in the future. Collision again. See, now that's hitting the road. See, I can understand why that's not working. They're gonna absolutely hate me. Just being an absolute pain, isn't it? Do, 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 do. He's not brilliant, but it allows boat travel. That's like the main thing I want. Do, do, do. Right, okay, cool. The warning connection thingy's sorted. Right. So we're gonna throw a road depot up here. So this, I mean, to be fair, it doesn't really matter what the depots now, does it? I mean, technically, this one's off limits. Right, so we need an unload into Albany. Interesting that there's a bunch of them across the river as well. Oh dear. Okay. Too much slope. Tell you what, that's fine. That'll do. Yeah, it's not going to quite. Oh, that'd be weird. I mean, I don't. I can have it get dropped off on the bridge and it will reach everywhere. So basically, get in there, dropping it, just throwing it down. Like, you down there, catch. That's just. What the heck? Okay. It works, I suppose. Oh, that's silly. Because of how silly that is, I'm gonna do it. Just, how far do I have to go before it's catching? No, I have to have something on the other side of the river regardless, just to catch these. So that's going to catch everything on this side of the river. I don't know. I just wish there was a way, somewhere to like. I need a coldy snack or something. Just something like that. So just come in, drop it off, and then just go back round. Like that's it. Yeah, whatever they're. I've got to find out the pronunciation proper one for that. So how are you, Gareth? I hope you're doing well, mate. Do your fancy founder's badge. All right, roads. Albany. I mean, if I just go to Albany, because then if we ever add more stuff to it, it's already there. I do need to actually have a train line. So to materials apart to here. Rail construction mat to hub. I'll just say park. Let's just cont mat. Right. And then that's going to be the rail. So this new one, 56. I mean, it's very expensive though. I'm thinking we're going to keep it with the A3 5 because we've got to see. Fuck, wrong one. We've got to see like how much is going to get moved along because it's not going to be initially that much. So we do 5. Actually, no, we do 4. Just do 1 train for now. Gareth, do you actually have a train named after you yet? You don't. So, Gareth, you're going to be. This is going to be you then. And then you're going on to that. And then the line management is when here. It's going to be a minimum 120 second. It's just going to be 120 seconds, actually. That's just load until everything's off. Because I am debating whether to set this as a full load only. Maybe at some point, but right now, no. Right, so we're also going to need a truck unloads along here. That is quite spread out. There's no real central place that's going to capture everything. So again, we're going to have 2 stops here. So drop there. And I'm going to say here. I think that's like the best route. Okay. Right, road. Whoops. Lady run back to Burlington. Okay. And then, yeah, we just got to make sure. Number 2. Number 4 doesn't get used. Ever. Then we're going to need a stop over in... See, for me, I think that is a hell of a distance to send it via truck. But that's a waste of a train as well. So if we're going to send it down to Atlanta and Savannah and that, from up here, yeah. But that's been serviced by what's local to there anyway. And that would be, I'd hook a line across, bend it down, and then yeah, so how would I connect it onto the main line though? That would be like the big question. I mean, to be fair, the next big question is... is making sure... Let's do a small country road here. Because then that way everything's like hooking up, connecting, so on and so forth. So yeah, that's just going to run not really with much profit. Right, but anyway, we do have new planes. So if we look at our new planes, so it's the Skytrain we've got was a new one, right? So that's what we're currently using. Skytrain's purely for cargo, really. So yeah, we're not using cargo to move, not using planes to move cargo around. Plenty of moolah coming in. Beautiful. So yeah, it's just about hopefully it kicking in, realizing, hang on, there's a route for this train. So let's use it. Manage vehicles. I need to actually put vehicles on the route first. Silly me. No, nothing's going to happen until I do that. It'll just be that. Yeah, might as well do it. I'm going to do 4 just because of the distance. So, Albany. And if other stuff comes on it, then we'll kick it over to an all cargo. And then Burlington. Okay. Interesting to see that public traffic is coming up using these roads to travel between Burlington and Albany. What I probably want then is extend this. Because I don't want them using it, really. I mean, I can only hope the traffic is not heavy enough to ever block this. I'd probably have to look at doing a ferry. I'll widen. If I get rid of this little mini island, I could actually run a ferry. What's the time? Time is now 1 o'clock. Okay. Right. That's actually going to be it for tonight. Because it is time for me to finish and head off. It's now 1 a.m. So, always fun enjoying this. And to be fair, doing this, I'm wide awake. But I have to be up early every day. So, I don't really have much of a choice. But it's been fun. It's been fun. I do miss this, but then at the moment, obviously, I'm massively into X4. I do want to do some Formula 1 as well, because we do need to push that through. Like I said, I'm hoping that I'm getting back into. I see there was a hype train while we were doing chores. Yes, there was a little one. Thanks to Gareth and Silver. I will be back tomorrow with X4. Friday's going to be up in the air because I've got to be up extra early Saturday because I'm at the football. But I am going to try and stream Friday. I'm going to try and stream Saturday. If I stream Friday, we're going to do that as F1. Because I'm going to try and start a little bit earlier. And then, yeah. But anyway, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow for X4. Have a good one. Ciao.